Welcome to Kendra Vidyalaya Sankatan online classes, class 11, chapter 1, the living world, part 1. Topic for discussion, what is living and diversity in the living world. Learning unit in this chapter, what is living and diversity in the living world. Taxonomy categories and taxonomical aids. Learning outcome and objectives. At the end of the session, the student will be able to define biology, write characteristics of living organism, discuss diversity in living world, binomial nomenclature, write rules for nomenclature, define systematics. Previous knowledge. Before going into today's discussion, you are able to say about living and non-living being, basic characteristic features of living and non-living being. Now let us start today's discussion. Biology. Biology, the term biology is derived from the Greek word bios, means life, and logia means study of. So to study of life is known as biology. Biology is the study of life and living organism. Now what is life? Life can be defined as a property of quality of the living organism that distinguishes from dead or non-living in some functions. That such function may be growth, that function may be too sensitive to stimuli, many more are there. So let us see about the characteristic of living thing that distinguish it from the non-living. First one is growth, reproduction, metabolism, and response to stimuli. Now, let us see one by one. Growth is an important characteristic feature of living being. They increase in mass and number. Now, question arises, do non-living things also grow in mass and number? The answer will be yes. The mountains grows. But there is one slight difference between growth in non-living being and growth in living being. That is called non-living objects grow in mass of accumulation of material on its surface. But growth in living being takes place due to internal processes, that is called cell division in the protoplasm. So plants show continuous growth throughout their lifespan while animals shows growth up to a certain age. So these are the characteristic features of growth. You can see here the plant seeds are growing, and here animals are showing movement, reproduce, sensitive to change, grow, respiration, excrete, and nutrition. Now the size of living thing changes as time goes by. You can see the development of the human, animals, and plants. So definitely the size is increasing. This is from the seeds to seedling and then tree. Now next is reproduction. All living beings reproduce, or you can say produce, their offspring by the process of reproduction. It is an important process for continuity, the lineage of species. Reproduction may be sexual reproduction or it may be asexual reproduction. Fungi reproduce by asexual spores. Eastern hydra by budding. Planaria, that is flatworm, by regeneration. And unicellular organisms like bacteria, unicellular algae or amoeba, reproduction is synonymous with growth, that is increase in number of cells. Now here the diagram you can see the baby, the elephant and zebra and the fertilization to birth. There are different diagrams shown in the reproduction of the young ones. Now here is the diagram where zoospore, sporangiospore, climatospore and conidia is there. Next diagram is sporulation. These are the examples of how they are reproducing. Then budding in hydra and yeast. You can see the diagram of budding being done in hydra and yeast. Next one is regeneration in planaria. Already you have learned in class 10. Then adult hydra by ampulation, giving regeneration of tiny hydra. Then adult hydra, that is only also known as growth and reproduction. Now next topic is metabolism. All living organisms are made of chemicals belonging to various classes, size and function. The chemicals within a living organism are constantly being made and changed into some other biomolecules. We know that our body is made up of different types of chemicals, like carbon is there, oxygen is there, hydrogen is there. Our body is made up of different things. Nitrogen is there, phosphorus is there, calcium is there. So these are nothing but these are chemicals, but they combine to give you the biomolecules. The sum total of all the chemical reaction occurring in our body is called metabolism, and it will be anabolism or catabolism. The next one is no non-living object exhibits metabolism. So whatever changes taking place in our body because of the chemical reaction, it doesn't take place in non-living. Next one is cellular organization. Means all living organisms have cellular organization of the body. Some are unicellular and others are multicellular. So all are made up of cells. Now you can see cells grow to give you, combine to give you tissue. Tissue gives organ, then organ system and then organism. So this is nothing but cellular organization. Cells get combined to give them different type of organization. Now next one is response to external stimuli. Living organisms respond to the surrounding or environment, that is only known as stimuli. Response to environmental stimuli can be physical, chemical or biological depending upon what type of reaction is there or stimuli is there. Plants respond to external factors like light, water, temperature and other organism, pollutant, etc. This is the plant external factor, how they are responding. Organism can sense and respond to external cues. That is, for example, photoperiod affects the reproduction in seasonal breeder, both plants and animals. So, organism handles chemicals entering their body and aware of their surrounding. Human being is the only organism which has self-consciousness. Now, in the first diagram, you can see because of the heat, the hand has been removed. That is only known as stimuli. Then movement in plant towards light, these all are nothing but stimuli. Then movement of, you can see the roots towards the water, that is also stimuli. That is depend upon how the plants are responding to the external factor. Now, you have seen the four characteristic features. First one growth, second one reproduction, metabolism and to stimuli, reaction towards stimuli. Now next one is diversity in the living world. What do you mean by diversity? Number and types of organisms, it may be plants and animals present on earth is called biodiversity. There are varieties of huge number of plants and animals are present in this universe, which you cannot even count. Countless are there. So biodiversity means using of lots of plants and animals together. It's only known as biodiversity. Now, for the biodiversity, so many organisms, plants and animals are present. Then question arises for knowing them. how to name them, because each state, each country and each in the world, different types of country give their own name. So it is very difficult to know about that organism. So naming is very important. For naming of organism is important. So that is only known as nomenclature. It is a system of naming of organism. There are millions of plants and animals in the world. Plants and animals are known in the local area by their local names. So these local names are varied from place to place, region to region, and even within a country also. Like in Odisha, we say different name, West Bengal different, Andhra it is different, and in Tamil Nadu it is different. So same one mango also can be given different name in different places. So it is impossible for any person to remember the names of an organism in all the languages. Hence, there is a need for a uniform system of nomenclature of organism. To give a name, that is called nomenclature, identification is important. That is, identification is a process of assigning a pre-existing taxon name to an individual organism. That is be done by ICBN, that is International Code for Botanical Nomenclature, and ICZN, that is called International Code for Zoological Nomenclature. That is, it comes under the topic diversity in the living world. Now, binomial nomenclature. Nomenclature, we know, it is naming an organism. And the word binomial means two meanings. And you can identify this picture. It is nothing but Carlius Linnaeus, and he is a person who has given binomial nomenclature. So binomial nomenclature is a system of naming species by giving each a name composed of two components, generic name and species name. Now, what are the rules for nomenclature? Biological names are usually written in Latin verse and in italic font, and these rules are all over the world are followed. Second one, scientific name usually contains two parts. The first word is genus and the second word is species, that is called species or specific epithet. Genus names start with capital letter while species names start with a small letter. Biological name is printed in italics to indicate their Latin origin and underlined when it is handwritten. For example, you can see Magnifera indica, that is mango, Homo sapiens, that is human, Oryza sativa, that is rice, and Triticum aestivum, that is for peach. So for mango, Magnifera is your genus and indica is species. Same with Homo. Homo is nothing but genus and sapiens means species. So in this way you can identify the capital letter represent for the genus and small letter represent for the sapiens. Now next one is classification. It is a process of grouping. First we have seen identification and now it is a classification. It is a process of grouping of organisms into categories based on easily observable character. The next one is taxon, the scientific term for any unit based in the science or used in science of biological classification is called taxon. Next one is taxonomy. Taxonomy is the science of defining groups of biological organisms on the basis of shared characteristics and giving name to those groups. Linnaeus is regarded as the father of taxonomy. What is the process of taxonomy? Let us see. First one is characterization. Second one is identification. Third one is classification. And fourth one is nomenclature. Already we have seen about identification, Already we have seen in the previous slides about classification and nomenclature. Now let us see further. Next word is systematics. What is systematics? The word systematics is derived from Latin word called systema, meaning systematic arrangement of organism. Already naming has been done, names has been given, nomenclature. Now all the organisms should be arranged in a systematic way. That is only known as systematics. It is a study of diversification of living form, both past and present, and the relationship among living things through the time. So, past and present you have to see, and the relationship between the past and present. What is the relation between them? That is only known as systematics. Linnaeus used Systema Naturae as a title of his publication. It is a book by Carlos Linnaeus. Now let us recapitulate. That is a summary of the session. Biology, the study of life and living organism. Characteristic feature of living organism, growth, reproduction, metabolism, response to stimuli. Then diversity, that is number and types of organism. Plants and animals present on this earth is called biodiversity. Binomial nomenclature is a system of naming species by giving each a name composed of two components, generic name and species name. Rules for nomenclature, and next one is systematics. It's a study of diversification of living forms, both past and present, and the relationship among living things or living things through time. Assessment question number 1. Who proposed binomial nomenclature? Instant assessment question number 2. In plants, cell division occurs dash, whereas in animal it occurs dash. That is option only up to certain age. Next, continuously. B, continuously only up to certain age. C, continuously in both. D, only up to certain age in both. Third one, cell regulates their activity through flow of energy, flow of materials, flow of information, and flow of smoke. Out of the 4 options, choose the correct one. Next one is, that is 4th question, metabolism refers to release of energy, gain of energy, metabolism, gain or release of energy. Out of the 4 options, choose the right one. What is systematics? Now answer for the first one, Carlos Linnaeus. Second one, continuously only up to certain age, that is plant continuously grow, but animal only up to certain age. Third one is flow of energy. Fourth one, release of energy is only known as metabolism. Answer 5th, systematic is the study of the diversification of living form, both past and present, and the relationship among living things through time. Now, home assignment. Who proposed binomial nomenclature? Write the rule citing one example. Why do we need to classify organism? Third one, why are the classification systems changing every now and then? Write any 4 rules of nomenclature and write a brief notes on characteristic of living things. Further reading, definitely NCERT textbook, NCERT website, Diksha portal you can go, and animation and video link of YouTube. Reference, this presentation has been proposed or prepared for academic purpose with the resources from the following sources: Biology, textbook for class 11 NCERT, NROPR and Diksha portal. Look for next topic, that is taxonomic, categorize and taxonomial aids. Presented by E. Bharti, PGT Biology, Kendriya Vidyalaya Gajapati, Bhubaneswar region. The task force, Shri S.K. Chopra, Director, DC, ZIT Bhubaneswar, Dr. Abhijit Saha, Subject Coordinator, TA Biology, ZIT Bhubaneswar, Content Developers, and support from Mr. A.K. Gupta, TA Chemistry, and all staff of ZIT Bhubaneswar. Thank you for viewing. This is a ZIT Bhubaneswar presentation. Keep watching.